Hello, welcome back to my channel, and today I will be reacting to some strange fashions of the 20th century. This is going to be fashions from the sort of early to mid 20th century. So I have my computer here and I'm going to go onto Pinterest and look at some strange vintage fashions. With these vintage looks, I'm going to be telling you my thoughts on them and whether or not I would wear them myself. Here is our first one. This is from 1950 and it was photographed by Henry Mearson. There are things that I like about this, but there's just some things that are really questionable. So these sleeves, like the tulle sleeves, they are very extra. However, I really like them. It seems very like red carpet or going to the Oscars in the early 1950s kind of thing. She also has like this jeweled armband thing, which I think is really cool. I just don't know if it really works for this look. But obviously the most questionable thing about this look is this hat. I do not know when you would wear this hat. Ever. Like what occasion do you wear this hat to? I don't know. It kind of looks like a really, really big baggy glove on her head, but it also kind of looks like a swan wing or something. Yeah, I would not wear the hat, but I would wear like the dress and the armband thingy possibly at some time separately. But this entire look as a whole, no, I would not wear it because I can't get over the hat. It's so confusing. Alright, this next photo is actually, the fashion is by the same designer as the last one, and their name is Jacques Fath, I think. I don't know how to pronounce that, but there you go. This weirdly, like this gives me Victorian vibes for some reason. I think it's just like the sloped shoulder thing going on, like the way it goes from the neck and is just like a straight line outwards. That makes me think of kind of like the 1860s shawls, like this. But then also just like the top two ruffle layers, I could totally see on like a late Victorian cape, like the 1890s or something. Once again, this hat is very strange. I don't really know what that is. This is definitely like a Vogue look. This is not a I'm gonna go out in this kind of thing. I would not wear this. Absolutely not. It's really not my style. I'm sure there are actually some people out here that would be like, wow, that's really cool. I actually would totally wear that, but this is very much not my style. You can see me wearing a heart-covered, like, light pink sweater. This is definitely a different vibe. Oh, by the way, this is from 1951. Okay, let's turn back the clock for a second here and let's talk about robe de styles from the 1920s, because this trend was very unusual. This was kind of a temporary return to paniers of the like Rococo era, so think like 1750s kind of time, but they kind of brought part of that back for the 1920s in the robe de style. Here is an example of a robe de style. These can be done in kind of a cute way, but then they can also be very strange. This one's like not terrible. I personally am not a huge fan. Like, it's just not really my jam. Here is an example of a robe de style that I actually really like. I've never been big on like the panier thing, but just like the angle that this one is at, I think it actually looks really pretty, and the whole design, I actually totally vibe with this. But then there's this one, which I just don't like it. It just kind of doesn't look obvious enough to be like, I intentionally did this. This is a part of the look, you know what I mean? There's birthing hips, and then there is alien hips. That's kind of the look that I get from this. Like, it doesn't look like it was on purpose, you know? So no, I would not wear that one. However, this one, I would absolutely wear. I'm not exactly sure when I would wear it. For a photo shoot or something, I don't know, but it's pretty. This next one I think is from the 1960s. All of this description is, I believe, in Russian, so I'm going to quickly put this into Google Translate and see if I can get any of what this says. Okay, so this description does not actually say the name of the designer or the photographer or the year. So I'm just going to guess that this is from maybe like the late 1960s. Now this is a very unusual look, but I can kind of understand it. I think they were going for like that kind of 1930s, 1940s glamorous Hollywood look with like those huge sleeves and stuff. It kind of looks like one of those huge like fur boa things. I don't love the dress because the shape is just like kind of undecided in a way. Like the bottom half of it is actually also very 1930s with that sort of a little bit of the train and everything and sort of the drape of the fabric. But then the top part being kind of empire waisted and it just looks like slightly ill-fitting for some reason. I don't really know why. And I can't tell if this huge necklace is just a huge necklace or if it's actually like kind of a halter situation that's like holding the dress up. Her hair is very pretty. I really like her hair. So I think this was kind of like a modernized attempt at the 1930s glamorous Hollywood look, and I do really like appreciate it. I would not wear this, at least not like all together. I do, however, love the shoes, the hair, and actually like the sleeve situation I really am into. Once again, I have no idea when I would wear it because like I'm not being invited to any red carpets or anything. But this entire look, all things considered, I would not wear it. But individual things about it, yes, I would. This next one is from 1939 and it was designed by John Fredericks. It also says that the model is Babe Paley, whoever that is, maybe an actress, I don't know. So I can see some historical influences happening here. The hat, incredibly late Victorian, like 1870s to 1900s is like this hat would completely fit in, no alterations needed. With that like entire yellow dyed bird wing, it's very cool hat. I kind of dig that. However, this jacket, I'm very confused with the jacket. Like I actually am not sure what's happening. I found this picture before and I sent it to someone I know and they described it as it looks like a furry brain as a jacket. And might I just say, I wholeheartedly agree. It looks like a scrambled raccoon. It does look very soft though. I feel like if I had a different pose of the lady modeling this, if I could like see better what was happening, I might be able to get a better appreciation for it, but I am very confused. Of course, this is an incredibly unethical look with all kinds of like dead animal involved. I personally would not wear any part of this, even the hat by itself, because that's just like not really my style, but I can totally see somebody else wearing this, like some other vintage enthusiast. This would absolutely be some people's style today. Here is another one by Jacques Fath, if that is how you pronounce it. That's the designer. This one is also from 1951. This looks like it was for a perfume ad of some kind. This is incredibly Vogue, like very, very fashiony, and I totally get it. Its wearability is very, like, when would you wear this? Even on a red carpet, it would be like a little bit much, in my opinion, maybe, I don't know. Now I have one big concern with this look, and that is how heavy is this sleeve thing? This looks like it could definitely injure you, like you definitely need to go to the chiropractor after you wear this dress, but maybe it's not as heavy as it looks, I don't know. I'm digging her hair with the choker and the earrings and like the long gloves and stuff. It is still very unusual though, and like I would like to see kind of what's happening on the bottom of the skirt because it looks like it might also have that like 1930s thing going on a little bit where it like kind of gets all fluttery and floofy right at the bottom, like at the hem. I think that if it does have that kind of like fluttery hem happening, it would actually really balance things out with like the huge sleeve situation at the top and also some flaring out of the bottom. I would not wear this, partly because I am hypermobile, so I have like not particularly strong joints. This would definitely give me some like shoulder pain, at least that's what it looks like. But also it's just like, once again, not really my style. I don't really wear black, like hardly ever anyways. So I wouldn't wear this, but there's some people I think that could pull this off on some kind of formal occasion. This next one, I believe the designer's name is Schiaparelli, if that's how you pronounce it. That might also be the photographer, I'm not sure. So this one you can only see like the back of what I assume is a dress. It's basically like two fans coming out from her arms in towards her back. There's things about this that I really like actually, like that sort of, that top shape with like some of the fan being right there in the back. I think it's actually very pretty. The thing that is like strange to me is the way the fans meet like right in the center of her back, a little bit lower down. It kind of looks like it like juts out, kind of like a spine. I don't know, it looks kind of strange. I think actually if these were more like flatly overlapping on her back, it would be much more like elegant looking and a little less like abstract Vogue. I would wear it if it was like more flat like that, I think. But as it is, I don't think I would wear it. It doesn't really look like jam. Once again, no idea where I'd wear that, and I don't actually know what the rest of it looks like. But this bit, very unusual, but I can respect it. Also, that one did not have a year, but I assume it is the 1950s. Just real quick here, there's this one that is not exactly like strange, but I wanted to share it with you because it's very cool. The description says that this is a pale blue satin gown, so picture this in pale blue, and I just love that the lining of this coat is like embroidered and beaded. I'm not sure if I've really ever seen that anywhere before, but it's a very cool idea because she's holding it open to display the beauty of the inside. Not very practical. A little extra, a little more work than is probably necessary, but it's still very interesting, so I thought I'd share it with you. This is our last one. This one is from April 25th, 1950, very specific. This is a design from Balenciaga. This actually still has very 1940s vibes, so if I didn't like have the date here, I would have guessed that it was a little more like mid-1940s. I do not like this one. It's definitely like, I know it's like a high-end abstract look, but like it looks like she's tied a sheet like over her neck and over some shoulder pads and then around her hips. Like, I don't, not a fan. I would never wear this. I feel like there are, once again, there's still people out there who I think could pull this off for like a cool photo shoot or something. Like for a photo shoot, it's pretty cool because it is like an abstract thing. But in real life, even at like a formal event, I couldn't really see anybody seriously wearing this. If you like it, that's great. This is just like my opinion. I'm not really a fan. If you just like blanked out everything and it was just like her silhouette, it kind of is a cool silhouette. It's just when you can actually see like the contrasting fabrics and the way everything has been draped, I don't know. Let me know in the comments which of these you think is the weirdest and which one you would actually wear, which one is your outfit to the Met Gala. That is it for these strange vintage styles. I really like looking at these. I often look at this kind of stuff just like in my free time because it's fun for me. If you want to send me some, I accept any like vintage fashion photos or fashion plates anywhere from the 1830s to 1960s. Here is my email where you can send them to me. Real quick before I finish off the video, I'd like to mention that I have an Etsy shop called Gwen's Vintage Box where I'm selling vintage and antique curated boxes themed after different colors. So the link will be in the description if you want to check that out. Also, by the way, we just hit 1,000 subscribers and I don't know what to say. Thank you. That would be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and all that jazz, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! My mom just told me that she needs to use the blender, so there you go. The day that I stop having the issue of someone using the blender right when I decide to film is the day that I move out of this house. Do 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 do.